My salutations to all of the pious souls present here. And to all of the Christian sadhaks spread all over the world, Merry Christmas. We are going to start today's program with an incident of the life of the Sai Baba of Shirdi. In order to see this true incident firsthand, and in order to experience it, we will have to go many years back. It is an incident of 19 May 1917. That day, on that day, there was an atmosphere of great happiness in the whole of Shirdi. And the reason for this was the two favorite politicians of that time, one of whom was Lokmanya Tilak, were going to come there. In front of Dwarka Mai. The women had made a very beautiful rangoli, a traditional Indian decoration. They had made decorations with a lot of flowers and mango leaves. The key individuals of the village had all gathered there to welcome them. Lokmanya Tilak arrived. Along with him was Dada Sahib Kharpurde, and two another members were there with them. There was an atmosphere of deep peace there. Baba was sitting, resting his back on a pillow. His left foot was extended, and his loincloth, his dhoti, was also around his knees. And he had gotten hurt on the toe of that very foot. That is why that foot of his toe, was bandaged. And with his other leg folded, he was sitting with both of his hands on his right leg. There was a great peace in the whole environment. Lokmanya Tilak had come there to speak. But he was not able to understand from where he should start speaking. It was a state of complete void. A state of thoughtlessness had been established. And outside, two puppies were playing with each other with great joy. They were running from here to there. So what if they're puppies? They were in the proximity of the Sadguru. They were in the lifetime of the Sadguru. Nobody was able to understand from where the topic should be started from, and they could not even remember what they wanted to speak about. In this much, 5, 6-year-old boy was holding his underwear up with one hand because it was falling down. And he came running. And he went and sat in Baba's lap. And he said, Baba, please give me a peda. Baba, please give me a peda. Baba, please give me a peda. Baba took a peda on a plate nearby and gave it into his mouth. And then he put his hand on the boy's head with love, and then the boy went back the way he had come. On one hand, the pedas, the sweets, were kept. And on the other hand, they were very beautiful native rose flowers kept, and they were kept near his holy feet. And the fragrance of the roses was spreading into the entire environment due to the consciousness present there. A farmer had bought jam fruits from his field, and he had kept them in front. It was a whole basket full of them. And that boy broke the deep peace there. So a message went to everyone that if you want to reach close to Baba, if you want to speak to Baba, then you will have to become an innocent child. You will have to become holy. You will have to become pure. And Lokmanya Tilak narrated his problem. That we are making efforts and attempts to make the country independent. We have come here to take your blessings for this very effort. By saying this, Lokmanya Tilak offered his salutations. Dada Sahib Kaparte also offered his salutations. And then both of them sat on one side. Then the rest of the people were coming. They were offering their salutations and they were going. Lokmanya Tilak said to Dada Sahib Kaparte, now that Baba has given his blessings, the country will definitely become independent. By hearing what he was saying, Baba only smiled. He did not say anything. Then Dada Sahib Kaparte asked, after the country becomes independent, then what will you do? And Lokmanya Tilak said, I like to teach a lot. Later I will take up the profession of a teacher. I will teach all of the children. And once again Baba smiled, and within his mind he said that this day will not come in your life. The Guru knows what is coming ahead, behind, but he is in a physical body. He never breaks the limits of the physical body. He never says anything clearly. In spite of knowing everything, he does not say it. And once again, he called Lokmanya Tilak close. And then, between what he was saying and what they were saying, there was a time, interval of many years. It was going to take them many years to understand what Baba was saying. Baba said, this world is very bad. People are very bad. You have done a lot for people all your life. Now do something for yourself. Do something for your inner welfare. Do something for yourself. By saying this, he pointed towards his heart. And in that indication, he said whatever he wanted to say. He said, you have done a lot for people. Now do something for yourself. Do something for yourself. The indication was that the time period of your life is coming to an end. Now do something for yourself. And then a few days after that, Lokmanya Tilak died. This story was something I also narrated in the Maharashtrian parliament. And I told all of the politicians that try putting yourself in the place of Lokmanya Tilak. That Baba is saying to you that you have done a lot for people, now do something for yourself. Look towards yourself until your last time. Even if your foot is hanging over the grave, these people, they stay in the field of politics. For example, it is not politics, but an illness they have. So their indication was for them, for politicians, to do something for yourself. And second, Sai Baba and I only have a connection of work. We have no other connection. I'm not his devotee. I don't read his holy book. I don't go to take his darshan, his divine vision. I don't do anything. However, my connection with him is of the work. What do I mean when I say it is a connection of our work? Imagine that there's a blind businessman of Maharashtra. When this businessman dies, the will that he writes, on this will he writes that he loves two things. He loves Maharashtra and he loves blind people. So on his will he writes that whichever person comes to Maharashtra and does work for the welfare of the blind people, all of my wealth should go to him. What is the condition? There are two. First, that he should be working for the blind people, and then he should come to Maharashtra and do work. If he fulfills both of these conditions, he should receive all of the wealth. But one person was already working for years on end for the blind people. And while doing the work, as soon as he came to Maharashtra, both of the conditions of this individual were completed, to come to Maharashtra and to work for the welfare of the blind people. So all of the wealth of the blind businessman was obtained by this person, when in fact there was a difference of 200 years between the two people. The blind businessman did not know him, and he did not know the blind businessman, and in spite of that, he received all of the wealth. Why? Because they were connected through the work. In exactly the same way, it is a connection of work. I was already doing this work of Sai Baba for years on end, but while doing it, as soon as I came into Maharashtra, the work received his blessings. Why? Because I was that boy who would not do any of his puja, his worship. I would not do his arti. I would not read his holy book, but I would do his work. Now you imagine that you have two sons. One son flatters you a lot. Father, you look so smart. You've started to look very nice nowadays. Like this, he's praising you a lot. And then another son does not praise you at all. But whatever you think, whatever you say, he does everything fully. So now which one of these sons do you like? The one who does your work. Actually, what is this? Even Guru Karya is natural. For example, there's nature. Water flows, then it flows automatically. It is exactly like this. Guru Karya, the work of the Guru, and inner knowledge, it is all equal. It is all the same. Whoever has a good receiving, whoever has good inner feelings, automatically it will go towards him. And next, I travel all around the world. I see the politicians in India, and I also see the politicians in the foreign lands. The, the person at whose home I'm staying, he had taken retirement at the age of 55. He said, "Now it has been enough of politics. Now I will do whatever work I want to do." He left politics. So now I will do work for social welfare. I will do what I want to do. I will live for myself at the age of 55. And now today he's happy, he's pleased. If not, this running, it is never going to come to an end. And then next, it is not as if only I understand it. You also understand it. It has an effect on you also. So now see, for 2 days, the parliament session was going on for 19th and 20. And what was the state of a shibir, a discourse then? And what was the state after that? Automatically the vibrations changed. Why? Because there people were sitting there in tension. And there all of the riots and demands were gathering there, and they all went away. You do not get to know. However, the vibrations of Nagpur get disturbed in that. There are four primary pillars of society, and one of these pillars are the politicians. And the way their mind works, we cannot even imagine. When the head of a state party did not get a ticket, then he stood up as an independent candidate, and he lost the elections. And then a few days after that, he came to me with a very big project of a cement factory worth tens of millions. Swamiji, I lost the elections, but I won that I should install a very big cement factory project. I thought within my mind, now he will ruin this also. So I told him, do one thing. This project of the cement factory, leave it with me for 45 days. I will give it a lot of blessings. And for 45 days, you sit quietly at home. Do not do anything. Don't do anything. Do not have the desire to get anything. So he kept sitting. It was a month. It was a month and a half. So then the chief minister there had made a new political party. He was a good experienced individual. So they invited him. Will you join a party? So he came to ask me, Swamiji, they're calling me. Should I go to their party? I said, you did not ask for anything. Go. So he went to the party, and then after this, he was very experienced. He had good knowledge of the organization, and he was given the position of a cabinet minister. Then again he came to ask me, Swamiji, they're giving me the position of a cabinet minister. Should I take it or should I not take it? I said, you did not ask for it. Take it. And then later he became a cabinet minister. And that cement file, it is still lying at my home, even today. Always remember, the efforts of a balanced person are balanced, and the result is also balanced. And an imbalanced person's, his efforts are imbalanced, and the result is also imbalanced. This very person, there was another person that as soon as I used to leave, then he would stand right in front of me so that I could see him and he could see me, and then he would eat some tobacco there. And everybody used to abuse him. Oh, so what if you're a minister? Are your senses gone? You're eating tobacco in front of Swamiji. He used to smile, he used to laugh, like a shameless person, but he did not give any answer. After 6 months, then he announced within a meeting that all of you used to abuse me. And in spite of that, I intentionally, whenever I used to see Swamiji, I used to chew tobacco. The objective was only one, that Swamiji's chitta should come on me. And Swamiji should have a prayer within his mind that his tobacco should be left, and today my tobacco has been left. So meaning this politicians, how they will use the chitta, one has no idea. So they are an ideal pillar of society, a foundational pillar of society. If their state is good, then the state of their area will be good. And if the state of their area will be good, then the state of the government will be good. And if the state of the government is good, the state of the country will be good. In the Maharashtrian parliament, I had said to them that in the whole day, at first I had started my program like this, that I have not come to ask you for anything. Ordinarily, everybody comes here to ask you for something. I have not come here to ask you for anything. I've only come here to tell you this much, that in the whole day, one work. Do something that makes your soul satisfied. You're not doing that work for their party. You're not doing it for your selfish interests. You're not doing it for your publicity. You're not doing it for anything. It is just that by doing this work, you feel good. You feel happy. That is why you're doing that work. Do this kind of a work. If you do this kind of a work, then your soul will be happy. And the more happy your soul becomes, the stronger it will become. And the stronger your soul becomes, that much more, you will make correct decisions. It will give you guidance. Your soul will be your guru. Just like this, once I took a discourse in the Gujarat Parliament. And we say, do we not, that the politicians are stuck to their chair, they never leave their chair. And as soon as I said to them that all of the people sit down to meditate, all of them, just as mangoes fall down, all of them came down. The whole cabinet of ministers was sitting down on the floor and meditating. Why did this happen? For some time, the physical consciousness came to an end. For some time, they had forgotten that we are ministers. We cannot sit down. We have never sat down. All of these obstacles of the physical body, they had all come to an end. And this photo was published in the newspaper that the whole cabinet of ministers is sitting on the floor and meditating. Their chair position, these are all related to the physical body. When you go on to the soul level, all of these things automatically get left behind. One does not have any consciousness of it. One does not have any attention on such a thing. Politicians do not take care of themselves. That is why I take care of them. That is why I keep on inspiring them again and again. Meditate. Do something for yourself. The story of Sai Baba, in actuality, is for them. And just as it is for politicians, it is exactly the same for doctors. The patients think of the doctors as deities. So meaning, whatever the doctor has said, it is the word of God. If the world says it, they will not listen. But if his doctor says to him, do not eat this, then he will not eat it. Do not drink this, he will not drink it. So meaning, he is not a doctor, he is the Lord Creator. Whatever he says, they will accept everything. He tells the patients, do not eat fried things at all. and the doctor himself eats fried potatoes. He tells a patient, you should get up in the morning and you should go for a walk, and the doctor himself keeps sleeping till 9 a.m. But if the doctor meditates, then his soul will become strong. And then from within, the soul itself will say, you're saying this to others. Don't eat fried things. You yourself are eating fried potatoes. You're saying to the patient, you should get up early in the morning. You yourself sleep till 9 a.m. in the morning. Meaning his soul will become his guru. His soul will take care of his health. And next, keep one more thing in mind. No rule can improve humans. Why can it not improve them? Because the rules made by humans are broken by humans, and humans themselves find a way out of it. I will make an attempt to explain this through an incident. It is an incident of a few years ago. On one road in Calcutta, it was forbidden to bring a horse cart with 4 horses. Because only the viceroy was allowed to travel with a horse cart with 4 horses. Nobody else had this honor. However, one landowner's son, he had no idea about the rules. He was a village boy. He passed through the road with a horse cart with 4 horses. The traffic police caught him. They put him into jail and confiscated his horse and horse cart. The boy immediately phoned a young lawyer that I've been caught like this. So the lawyer came and he looked at the horse cart, he looked at him, he saw everything. And after looking at everything, he gave him the reassurance, do not worry. Next morning in the court, I will get you released. So the next day, there were the proceedings in court, and within these proceedings, the accusation letter was read out, that the rule is that on this road, it is forbidden to take a horse cart with 4 horses. But he went with a horse cart with 4 horses. He has broken the law, that is why he should receive a punishment. And this young lawyer gave the answer, he has not broken the rule at all. The lawyer made a request to the magistrate, the judge, that please give me permission to present the horse cart in court. So he was given this permission. The horse cart was presented in court. And after this, then once again he made a request. I'm making a request to the magistrate, to the judge. Please leave your chair and come down and see. So he asked the magistrate to bend down and see that there were not 4 horses. There were 2 male horses and 2 mares, 2 female horses. So then he said, where has the rule been broken? Your rule is for 4 horses. These are not horses at all. These are 2 horses and 2 mares. So the magistrate then let the landowner go, and then they changed the rule that it is forbidden to take a cart with 2 horses and 2 mares. What is the reason behind this? Humans themselves make the rules, and humans themselves break the law, And humans themselves find a way out of it, and after every 25 years, the law becomes old. Why does the law become old? The young generation that comes, the young lawyers who come, they find a way out of it. That is why, look, how many laws keep coming and they have to be changed every time. So any law, any police, they cannot improve humans. Only humans can improve themselves. You meditate, and after meditating, your soul will become strong. Your soul will become your guru. Your soul will have full control over you. A wrong deed can never happen through your hands at all. Why? Because the soul now has control over you. So the first sign of spiritual progress is that your soul has control over you. And even if you want to lie, what comes out of your mouth is only the truth. You can plan and say that you want to say a lie, but then when you go there, the lie will not come out, the truth will come out. Many sages and monks meet me even today. And even today, they speak about responsibility. That it is ending in the young generation, but what they are speaking about, it is all related to the physical body. And if you try to explain it to them with the shlokas, the lines from a holy book, they will not be able to understand it at all. Oh dear, in the last 20 years, there's been a great gap. Today's generation, they don't understand the things written in the holy books. What is better than teaching him ethical rules? It is better to awaken him, to give him self-realization. And after self-realization, all of the knowledge, all of the dharma will be awakened within him. Dharma means that knowledge of what should be done and what should not be done. He will get all of this knowledge. And even if he wants to do something wrong, a wrong deed will not happen through his hands. You imagine this for yourself, and then next. Many times I feel on Yog Day, it is a publicity of yoga asanas that keeps going on everywhere. Yogasana, yogasana. Why do people not understand yoga? Why do people not have any information about yoga? I think there's only one reason for this. That after learning yoga, no one has come back. Whoever has gone to the Himalayas has gone, but they have never come back. It is one-way traffic. Yoga is not some physical exercise. Yoga is not some squats. It is a relationship between the soul and Paramatma. Now you see, it has been written on self-realization in many books. The benefits of self-realization has also been written about. But how should self-realization happen? This has never been written. Why has this not been written? This is a spiritual experience. How can a spiritual experience be written? And nobody does yoga asanas in the Himalayas. And there's only one meaning there of yoga. Yoga means the connection between the soul and Paramatma. And they do yoga asanas in society in order to get a job, in order to be a teacher of yoga. Once I even expressed my desire that a university should be opened where complete yoga should be taught. To have control over the manners of the chitta, this is the primary objective of yoga. What is the fault of the chitta? The chitta keeps wandering. It keeps going here, it keeps going there, it keeps going here. To have control over this. This is the objective of yoga. And in exact opposition to this, what is happening in yoga asanas? By doing this yoga asana, your kidney will become good. By doing this yoga asana, your BP will become good. By doing this yoga asana, your heart will become good. So meaning all of the organs that you're not able to remember, your chitta is being taken to that perishable body. Where does the chitta come in here? Those teaching yoga asanas, they do not speak about the chitta at all. The primary objective of yoga is to move your chitta away from your physical body and take it towards your soul. And yoga asana is doing the opposite. Even if it is not going, it will all go towards the physical body. Normally your chitta does not go towards your heart, but they will take it there. Normally your chitta will not go towards your kidney, but they will take it there. Normally your chitta will not go on your blood pressure, but they will take it there. There is only one reason that I think. It is very easy to do puja, ritual worship, but it is very difficult to do meditation. In the same way, it is very easy to do yoga asanas, but it is very difficult to do yoga. For example, it happens, we keep doing puja, ritual worship, and then a puja is also going on. Tata bye-bye. We also sing bye-bye to our friend. But the puja is not being ruined, the mantras are still going on. But is it like this in meditation? In meditation, if you get even a thought of your friend, the meditation will be ruined. And this puja, ritual worship, I have come from this very path. My brother has a Vittal temple, and one night I got the opportunity to stop there. So my brother, in a very disciplined manner, from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., he kept doing a puja, ritual worship. His mantra chanting keeps going on, his puja keeps going on. I observed him for 3 hours, and then I felt that he does not have a state of thoughtlessness. His puja is going on, his mantras are going on, but a state of thoughtlessness is not present. His thoughts are also going on alongside, so meaning you can do puja even while having thoughts. Your puja does not stop. It was like this for him also. When his puja came to an end, then I asked him, "Brother, you were doing your puja for 3 hours. And in these 3 hours, for how long did you stay in a state of thoughtlessness?" And then opposite, he asked me the question, which bird is called the state of thoughtlessness? What do you call the state of thoughtlessness? I said, it is such a state in which you have no thoughts of the past, such a state in which you have no thoughts of the future. This state is called the state of thoughtlessness. There is no thought neither of the past nor of the future. For how long did you have such a state? And my brother was very honest. He spoke the truth. It is not there for even a second. When I'm applying the pace to Krishna, then I'm thinking, should I go to Thane or Borivali to search for a groom for my daughter? Now you think. The puja is going on. The rituals are going on. The mantras are going on. The thoughts are also going on. In reality, in the earlier age, the puja was a strong medium to concentrate one's mind. And remember here, concentration is not yoga. We have to make our own concentration happen. And where the feeling of doership happens, there is no yoga there. This is a very simple arithmetic. To do puja is not yoga, but one would be able to concentrate the mind. And how? To take the idols, to bring them down and to bathe them with water, and then to bathe them with milk, and then to wipe them, and after wiping them, then to keep them, and after keeping them, to apply sandalwood paste, to apply turmeric, to apply vermilion, to offer flowers, to offer garlands, to offer camphor, to show incense sticks, and in the end to do a arti. And in that arti, for a moment, for some time, a state of thoughtlessness used to come. The concentration of the mind used to come, so meaning it is one type of programming. Where does the programming start from? When you wear the saffron robes. My grandmother had made me do all of this. This is why I could do this. So the concentration of the mind that you would get, the mental peace you would get, the change you would feel. But today we have lost this medium also. Earlier, the head of the house, he would be the one to do the puja. But nowadays, the head of the house does not have time. He's always busy with the hustle of his work. So what does he do? He asks his wife, I do not have time, you end up doing the puja. They use these words, do the puja. Even the wife keeps doing her job, she also does not have time. She tells her college-going girl, do one thing, you only do the puja. Now the girl who is going to college, she also wants to go to college. So she goes. So then she tells her younger brother, I do not have time, you please do the puja. Then what does a young brother do? He takes all of the deities and then he keeps them, cut, he baits them and then he puts them back. Concentration of the mind, a sequential and harmonious manner, all of it is over. So meaning, a medium to concentrate the mind, it has been brought to an end. A medium to bring peace to the mind, puja, it has come to an end. And next, wash the clothes, do the dishes, do the puja. So meaning, puja is one of the work of the house. It's a chore. If your way of looking at puja is like this, then how will you get any results from it? So now you have lost the medium of puja. And now the other medium is a temple, that you can go to a temple and sit peacefully. You can thank Paramatma. You can express gratitude to Paramatma. Even this is not there. Even there, you will go with your problem, you will go with your issues, you will spoil the energy there also. So, meaning the whole medium of puja that was there, we have lost it. The medium of temples that was there, we have lost it. Now, let me tell you about the third medium, meditation. Do not lose this. If you lose this, then there's nothing after this. This is the last. This is why, after this discourse, do a practicum for 45 days, and if you start this practicum from 27th of December, it will end on 9th February. However, in these 45 days, you will go from one end to another. The whole system inside you, of the body, of the mind, of the intellect, everything will change. The system of the body will change. The system of thoughts will change. Thoughts that come, it will be reduced. See, there's no miracle in this. It happens very, very, very slowly. But others will get to know this more than you. It happens. For example, you have a habit of thinking for 10 minutes. A thought came, it came for 10 minutes, and then it is gone, and then one more came for 10 minutes. But now if you have the habit of having a thought for 10 minutes, then what will happen? When you start to meditate, then what change will come? The first thought will come. As it comes, it will come for 10 minutes. However, the next thought that comes, it will be of 9 minutes. So meaning, the intensity of thoughts will reduce. And then in yoga, we call this a gap, a state of void, for 1 minute in the middle, where there is no thought. So there is a 10-minute thought, then there's a state of void for 1 minute, and then there's a thought for 9 minutes. And then a next thought of 8 minutes, then a thought of void for 3 minutes. And then it continues, 3, 2, 1. So meaning the intensity of thoughts will slowly reduce. And the gap, the state of void in the middle will slowly increase. And then later it will grow and become a state of void. You do not know. But in thinking, so much of your energy is being spent, you eat 2 rotis. Then you spend the energy of 2 rotis. You spend the energy of 1 roti in thoughts of the past. And you spend the energy of 1 roti in having thoughts of the future. And then after this, when you go to do any work, you say that, I do not get success. So then how will you get success? There is no energy in your work at all. You spend all of your thought. You spend all of your energy in the thoughts. So then what will happen? When you go to do any work, you will not have any energy left. And then next, this happens automatically. It is not as if you do this. For example, we see that there used to be a clock in the old ages. It used to have a pendulum. If it goes 2 inches in this direction, it will go 2 inches in the other direction. If it goes 2 inches in one direction, it will go 2 inches in the other direction. So meaning you take it into the past. And then a force is developed. And then it automatically goes into the future. So you have thoughts of the past, and then thoughts of the future come. Past, future. You do not even stay in the present. You reflect on yourself. That for how long do you stay in the present? So meaning you're living in the present. And you're thinking of the past and of the future. So you're wasting your energy. First your energy is spent in thoughts, and then your energy is spent in searching for God. Your full chitta is wandering for years searching for God. It happens. Many sadhaks tell me, Swamiji, we are going to Badrinath, we are going to the 4 holy pilgrimage sites. And then I ask them, when will you go to Nijdam? the place of your inner pilgrimage. You're going to the 4 holy pilgrimage sites. When will you go to Nij Dham? When will you go inside? And by going to all of these 4 holy pilgrimage sites, you will go to the Dham, the pilgrimage site above. But when will you go to Nij Dham? I am not in opposition to you traveling. Go and travel. But do not go to search for Paramatma. Do not go to search for Parameshwar. Some people had come to ask Sai Baba that we are going on a pilgrimage. We have come to ask you for your blessing. So Sai Baba said to them, you are going for a pilgrimage, go. But do not go to search for Paramatma. He's here, he's here. Do not search for him outside. One searches for the one who is lost. So now you imagine, well, how much is your chitta going in searching for Parameshwar? How much is it being spent? So what puja, ritual worship you do, what chanting you do, it has no meaning. What is important is that for how long do you stay thoughtless? And then next, the methods of worship which are running in society, they go and end at the state of thoughtlessness. The state of thoughtlessness, the third eye chakra, you reach a state of void, you became relaxed. However, this value that is there, this sanskar, it starts from the state of thoughtlessness. Dharana, dhyan, samadhi. The 3 highest stages of the 8 limbs of yoga. And samadhi, there's also a difference here. After a guru dies, when his final rites happen, and then you keep his bones somewhere, and then you create a shrine above it, and you call it a samadhi. This is not a samadhi. This is a place of remembrance. This is not a samadhi. In a samadhi, the whole body is there. In Shirdi, the whole body is there. This is a Shirdi. At Gajanan Maharaj's place in Shegao, it is a samadhi. And next you see, there was Gajanan Maharaj, there was the Sai Baba of Shirdi, there was the Swami Samarth of Akkalkot. Nobody knows anything about the parents of all 3 of them. There's equality in all of them. It is the same for all of them. And all 3 of them have done publicity for everyone, for people of all castes, of all religions, for all people. They were not tied to any specific religion. This is why you see which person is giving what discourse, what person is saying, from which place is he speaking. If he's speaking on some specific method of worship, understand that he has not reached. He's sitting on the staircase. So the one who's standing on the staircase himself, how will he deliver you to the destination? The one who can deliver you to the destination, only he can deliver you there, and then after reaching that, he has come back to take you. That is why you see, all 3 of these saints of Maharashtra, but all 3 of them, they never spoke about any specific religion. Because all 3 of them had reached. This was what was same for all 3 of them. There was no information about any of their parents. This was what was same for all 3 of them. And the subtle bodies of all 3 of them, they're present even today. If you want to experience it, I will make you experience it today. Today I will also make you have this in meditation. We will not leave any of your wishes behind. We will do everything. So now let me come back to my topic. The manner in which politicians are there. In the same way, it is the same for doctors. Doctors are an important pillar of society, and the health of society is dependent on their health. When in fact their very health is in danger because they are not taking care of themselves. So now that happened in Gujarat. A young doctor just died who was a heart specialist who had done many heart operations, but he also died because of a heart-related cause. This is why there's always a constant negative environment around them. Around politicians also, there are people who are always asking for something or the other. How many people are there who are giving? Around the doctors, how many healthy people go there? If there's any doctor, then remember you. Which patient has come and told you? The doctor, I have become completely cured by your medicine. I'm completely happy, completely pleased. Has anyone come? Not one patient will come. Everyone will come with crying faces. They will come pleading. And after becoming well, nobody comes. Even the poor doctor makes an assumption either this person has become okay or he has departed. And the third is the police. Even around the police, look, for the whole day, bad, bad, bad vibrations. Now the year of protectors had just happened. In the year of protectors, discourses were organized for all of the protectors. In it, the worst state is that of the police. Why? Because the military had their own camps. The navy, everyone is completely separate. They have no connection to society. The settlements are different. They're eating, everything is different. Everything runs time to time. At this time you have to do a parade, at this time you have to eat, at this time you have to sleep. It is not like this for the police. For the police, nothing is organized. Their whole daily routine is unorganized. After getting up in the morning, what will happen today? They have no idea. Where will one go for duty? One does not know. So as many departments, as I toured, the police has the worst state. What kind of dreams do they get? Do you know? It is of the criminals. They do not get any dreams of gods. They get dreams of the criminals. A police inspector told me that one thief who used to go and steal the chains there, Mangalsutras, he was given the job of catching him. So even at night, he used to see that I'm running behind him, I'm catching him. So meaning that Chitta is always on the thieves, on the criminals. So what will they absorb from them? And next, the criminal must be doing one type of a crime. They keep the Chitta on all types of criminals. So meaning all manners of faults come within them. Primarily, they have problems of their stomach, of their digestive system, because their eating is not regulated. It is not like this in the military. It is not like this for the Navy, because it is all fixed from time to time, and they have no connection to society. Their connection is with society. So, meaning the laborers who are picking up the garbage, we see that they have tied a cloth around their face and then they're picking up the garbage. They know that this is garbage. It is going to smell very bad. That is why I should tie a cloth over my face. The police, however, they're putting their chitta in the trash. Because if they do not put their chitta on the criminals, how will they catch them? And next, they're gathering all of the garbage of society. Whenever any good festival is going on, whenever any good work is going on, they will be standing outside the temple with their sticks. If some good program is happening, if it is a good fortune, then they will come to a good program. If not, they do not even get to come there. We celebrate festivals, we celebrate Holi, Diwali. Where do they celebrate it? So, meaning, to relax, to go in the middle of four people, they do not have such an opportunity, they do not have such a chance. So, where do they have space to take out the pent out emotions within them? That is why they should take out time and meditate. Meditation is the bath of the chitta. That you put your chitta in all of the criminals in the whole day. For your chitta to become pure and holy, this is what is required. And next, in the foreign countries, for example, the police do some social service. It is not like this here. And what is happening because of this? They have no connection to anything apart from the criminals. So, like this, the politicians, the doctors, and the lawyers, around all of them also, it is all filled with criminals and criminals and criminals. The lawyers are even more intelligent. Once, there was a doctor who was a heart specialist. The doctor would not go to any marriage, he would not go anywhere. Because if he goes anywhere, all of the heart patients would gather around him. That this is happening to us, it is hurting here. So, meaning even if people had some normal gas, they would think, oh, I'm getting a heart attack. So, if there's some very close relative, then this doctor had gone there. There he met one of his very old friends who was a lawyer. And he told this friend that was a lawyer that I do not come to marriages nowadays, that people keep coming close to me and speaking about illnesses. So the lawyer friend gave him some advice. So do one thing. Whoever asks you, ask him for his name and address, and the next day, send him a bill for your consultancy. Then people will stop asking you. So the doctor said, oh, this is a good idea. I will try to send a bill like this. And the next day, the doctor himself received the bill from the lawyer. Why? Because he took advice from the lawyer. Actually, I do not ask anybody to leave the profession. I just say, for example, the politicians are there. Did I ask them to leave politics? No. Where you are, stay there. After your inner state becomes good, your external circumstances become good automatically. However, what mistake do we all make? We spend all of our energy in order to improve our external circumstances, but our inner state remains as it was. So make your inner state good. If you make your inner state good, then the external circumstances, this is a mirror. If you have a problem, there is a problem inside you. If you remove the problem inside you, then you will not have a problem. So yoga is a solution to all of the problems in a man's life. Why? Because as many problems as a human has, they're related to the physical body. And when your physical consciousness itself reduces, then your problems will also become less. So around all four of these people, there is a bad environment, there's a polluted environment, and it is always there. When in fact, all four of them, they are the core pillars of society. They have a great need for meditation. By doing yoga, your aura develops. So here there are two types of things. Go and meditate in collectivity once in a week, once in a month, and then meditate in solitude. Solitude meaning a 15-20 feet hall, a 15-20 feet garden. Sit there peacefully and meditate. And next, don't chant. Even yesterday I told you, you do not have to chant. Actually, you're holding on to some support or another. Chanting meaning you took the support of the mantra. I want that. On any deity, on any guru, on any mantra, you should not be dependent on anybody. From a spiritual perspective, become independent. When will you stand on your own feet? Try sitting down peacefully for some time. As you keep sitting, then slowly, you will start to go inside. But all of these things need to be given some time. You have to give them some time. And then apart from this, I'm not having any experience, and do not be disappointed like this. And if on any day you have a very good spiritual experience, do not let the ego come in. My state has become very good. I just had a very good spiritual experience. It happens, does it not? For example, there's a glass made of brass. We polish it a lot and then it will shine just like gold. Then on the next day, will that shine still be there? No. Because the dust and the dirt will come and settle on it. So its shine will become less. In exactly the same way, no matter how good of a spiritual experience you have, it is not permanent. Why? Because the effect of everything outside will fall on it and it will become less. And next, look at this. At any time, if you had a spiritual experience, then that day you just came and sat down and you just had a good spiritual experience. So, meaning, you do not make any wish for a spiritual experience. You do not have any expectation for a spiritual experience. It was just the grace of the Guru. And when the shower of the Guru's grace falls, who knows, it can happen at any time. And when you have an expectation, then it will never come. Why? Physical expectations are at the level of the physical body. The spiritual experience that I had yesterday should happen today. It should happen today. If you think like this, it will never happen. That is why come onto the path of meditation, but do not come with any expectations. In the path of yoga, makes the chitta pure. It makes the chitta holy. And after your chitta becomes holy, you start to obtain a lot of knowledge from within yourself. You start to get knowledge from inside yourself. Once, we had gone to buy land for one ashram. And the one who was driving me, he himself was a doctor. So we went to see the land, and then I felt that the heart chakra of this land is impaired. So then the question was, should we buy it or should we not? And there were a lot of people with me. I said, do one thing. You all stand outside. Let me go a little bit inside this jungle. And after going inside, let me see. What is the state there? Should we buy it or should we not buy it? So we went inside. Then we fell. It is not the heart chakra of the land that was impaired. It was the heart chakra of the owner of the land that was impaired. So I went out and told the doctor, it is not the heart chakra of this land. It is the heart chakra of the land owner that is impaired. It will be okay if we buy this. So they went and told the landowner that your heart chakra is impaired. Do you have a heart problem? He said, oh, I don't have a heart problem. And then after that, the deal of the land was completed and we bought the land. And then when I was about to leave from there, then the landowner called me. He called the doctor that your Swamiji speaks the truth. I have a heart problem. But my relatives were sitting close to me. This is why I denied it. So the doctor was extremely surprised. Swamiji, I cannot even understand looking at the patient if he has a heart problem. You're telling me by looking at his land that he has a heart problem? So meaning? How deep this knowledge is and how deep one needs to go. Just like this once, near Surat, there is a village called Umbail. In that village, a discourse was held. And as soon as I went into this village, on the left side there was a temple and it was closed. And I found this to be a little bit strange. What happens is that ordinarily a temple is never closed, meaning somebody or the other helps and it is completed. So then I asked them, what happened? So they said the contractor and the engineer are having a fight. And so it has been closed for 3 years. I said, okay. And then after that, I was staying there for 8 days. And then what I would do is that on one day, I went to travel in the east direction, 5 kilometers. And the next day, I went in the south direction, 5 kilometers. And then on the third day, I went in the west direction to travel for 5 kilometers. And then on the fourth day, I went in the north direction to travel. So meaning I traveled in all 4 of the directions. And on the last day, I went and sat in the inner sanctum of the temple. I meditated there. And then I told him, within 24 hours, the construction work of this temple, it will start again. So he was not believing. It has been closed for 3 years. How can it start? It is not possible at all. And then the next day, he saw that the contractor came with a truck and then the work started. How was this possible? I told him that the temple was not receiving energy. The 4 directions that were opened, after opening the 4 directions, automatically it started to obtain energy. Energy was established there. So then the construction work was started. It happened. And now today a great Ram temple is created there. If you go any time on the road to Surat, see. When in fact its work was closed for 3 years. So the manner in which it is there for humans. In exactly the same way it is also there for land, for locations. That is why make your state so good, make your state so high, that even the influence of the land should not fall on you. Your influence should fall on the land. Do we not see that many saints, many Mahatmas, great souls, if they stay at some location for even a few days, its influence remains for thousands of years? Why does it remain? That land, that energy, that land, those trees, they hold on to the energy. From stones and bushes, I now remember. Once I was taking a shibir, a discourse in the United Kingdom. So within UK, a lady from Australia came to meet me. She was a writer from UK itself, Hazel Courtney. She said, I wish to interview you. I said, I have a condition. I have a fee that you will have to pay. So she said, what is the fee? I said, bring a stone to me that is lying on the road, then I will give you an interview. So this poor one, she roamed around in London for 17, 18 kilometers, and after roaming around, she then found a stone lying on the side of the road. She brought the stone to me, and then she washed it in the basin, and she washed it with water, and then she gave it to me. So I kept it in my hand for some time. And then after this, I returned it back to her. After giving it back to her, she wrote a book on me, 6 cents. In this she has written that when I gave the stone to Swamiji, it was a dirty stone lying on the road, and when Swamiji gave it to me, there were more vibrations in it than a diamond. And now today, the stone is kept in the cancer hospital in England. So I told her that I asked you for the stone because I wanted to explain to you that in India, the consecration that happens, that in this consecration, life force energy is instilled. I just kept it in my hand for some time. Even then, there was a change in it. So then, an idol is nothing. It is made of normal stone. But in this, in the life force consecration, a monk or a realized one, he puts his life force energy, he puts his whole existence, he puts his energy into it. And because of this, whichever person goes to take the vision of it, he becomes introversive. But in order to put the life force, the one who's putting it in, he needs life force. This is a very big arithmetic. Understand this a little bit. In the ancient times, it used to be applied a lot. First of all, an idol made of a holy stone. What is this? See, from a holy stone, I'm saying that I'm referring to, for example, this whole stone is there. One stone is there so that here it is a certain percentage good, here it is 90% good, here it is 70% good, here it is 85% good, and here it is 70% good. This is one stone. And one stone is such where everywhere it is equal. It is 60% good. So the one where there is harmony. Where it is 60% good, there is harmony. It is 60%, like one everywhere. And this stone is the best. This stone is good. It had happened once in Canada at a waterfall. I was explaining to the sadhaks from Canada that by doing this and this to the stone, it becomes like in this. I was doing it with a stick. So then there were some Japanese tourists. So they thought this stone is something very special. They started taking photos of this stone, when in fact this stone was not special. It was just an ordinary stone. I was just explaining using it. So first of all, an idol created of a holy stone. Now who can select this holy stone? The one who is self-realized. The one who can have information, who can recognize the stone. Once I had gone to Makrana. They're in Makrana, they're Muslims there, they own all of the shops there. And just by putting my hand there, I would get to know which stone is good, which stone is bad. They were surprised that a whole life has gone and we are not able to recognize. How did you understand? And then I told them that even stones have their own vibrations. From those vibrations, I get to know which one is good, which one is bad, which one has a defect, which one does not. So first of all, an idol created of a holy stone. And then next, there should be a holy sculptor. The sculptor should also be self-realized. He should have obtained a high spiritual state from which he can create the idol. See, these are such deep conditions. So first, an idol created of a holy stone. And then an idol made by a holy sculptor. And then third, a life force consecration done by a great soul or a realized one. The Siddha and the Mahatma, a great soul. He does not do it through any mantra. He does not do it through any method. His own existence, his own inner state, his own introversive state, he instills it inside. He puts it inside. And after putting it, as soon as anybody takes the darshan, he will also become introversive. He puts his life force inside. But even in this, see, what kind of a contradiction is there? The Siddha, the Mahatma, they're putting their own life force, but they're not putting it into their own idol. They're putting it into the idol of some deity. So meaning, the form is of the deity. The energy inside is of that Siddha, that Mahatma. It is the energy of the Siddha or the Mahatma, and the form is of some deity. Even then, the vibrations come within that idol because he has established his introversive state inside. But all of this that is there, this was there in the ancient times, 100 years ago, 150 years ago, those temples which were made. All of these rules were followed there, and at that time the consecration was done, and those who could put the life force, they were there. Now where are they? Now where are these people who can put the life force inside? Gautam Buddha? If he had made his own idol during his own lifetime, and if he had put his own life force inside, this idol would be incomparable in the world, because it is the idol of Gautam Buddha and the life force of Gautam Buddha. There is no such idol. And in fact, the opposite. In his dying letter, Gautam Buddha had written that after I go, no idol of mine should be made, and today in the world, the greatest number of idols are of Gautam Buddha. In Japan, the famous Buddhist temple that is there, the priest of that temple, when this priest came to learn meditation, then I had asked him a question. That the whole Buddhist religion is based on meditation, then why did you make an idol? Why are there idols? So he had given the answer, it is very difficult to meditate. Who meditates? It is very easy to do puja. Forms are easy. That is why the idols were created. But if the one whose form is there, if the inner form is also of the same person, then that idol could be incomparable. You see, this is a slow progress of the Guru element. It happens. For example, the mistakes that the father makes, he wants that his son should not make them. He wants his son to improve. Do not do that, and so his son improves on it. It carries on like this. So a new experiment of the Guru element has started, that the Guru has made his own idol, and it has happened. A famous sculptor was called from Mumbai. And he was told that such an idol is to be created, such a size should be there. All of the matters were discussed. Even about finances, everything was finalized. It is a very old thing. So, and then as soon as we told him that the idol is to be made of me, and then he said, I will not make it. So we explained to him lakhs of times that the messages come from above, that we have to make it like this, so you do not worry about it. But he said, I had made the idol of my Guru. And my Guru said, now you have made the idol, now I will have to put my life force. And after saying this, he put his life force inside the idol, and then he died. So I've already lost one Guru. I do not want to lose another Guru. I will not do it. I will not make it. We explained a lot to him, and he did not accept it. And then after that, a marble idol was made. But then again, the same contradiction that I said. A stone that holy, that pure, it is very hard to get it. And then after that, then we started making idols of 5 metals. And then we do 45 day deep meditation practicums. And during this deep meditation practicum, we do the life force consecration inside. And then such a state comes during this life force consecration. The energy of the idol and the physical body becomes equal, the same. Once it was such a state that I was not able to come out of it. So then Guruma took me out of it with great difficulty. And then she was angry with me, stop all of this. But then I did a trick. I increased her powers more than mine. So then automatically it became easy for her to get me out. So not just once, 16 such idols have been made. And not just in India, they have been kept all over the world. And what is the objective? There's only one objective. That the Gurus of the Himalayas, the introversive state that they had, the knowledge which they had, they have handed it over to me, that I should deliver it to society. And for the last 28 years, I'm delivering it, but I know that knowledge is so much, it is so excessive, that I cannot possibly deliver it within my lifetime. So then what way did I adopt? The path I adopted is that by making idols, that knowledge should be instilled into it in the form of energy. So through the medium of the idols, it will keep going on for the next 800 years. This will be an incomparable incident from the perspective of science. Self-realization can never happen without a living Guru, but it will happen through these living idols. Because the Guru, within his own lifetime, has done the life of consecration. And next, let me also explain this to you. I said that I am the head. If there is no member, then who will look up to the head? Just in the same way, you can make hundreds of thousands of idols, but there should also be those who believe in the idols. And the ones who believe in it, they're not just there in this country, they're there all over the world. There's a system here also. A Gardistan, an underground chamber is made below the idol. I do a deep meditation practicum in this underground chamber, and the energy inside is so much that if any person goes to see it from the outside, he will think there's a samadhi here. And a samadhi is a state. We have to obtain this within a lifetime itself. So then whatever I had to do within my lifetime, whatever I had to do after my lifetime, I've done all of it. And I've already written down my will. I should not be burnt. I should be buried. At which place, at which location, it is all determined. So that for the next 800 years, through the medium of the physical body, the work ahead keeps on proceeding. This is not for today's generation. This is for the coming generations. So that even if somebody comes 200, 300 years later, he will absorb it and take the knowledge. He will go and take the energy. It's as much knowledge as I have received. My lifetime is not enough to distribute this. It is always like this. The lifetime of the Guru is very small and his area of work is very big. And later people are surprised that in such little time, how was such great work possible? And at these locations that are made, at these locations, one does not have to go and meditate. One automatically goes into meditation. Such a place is going to be made in Nagpur, in Butibori. You will go and experience it. You just entered in a state of complete thoughtlessness. You just went into meditation on your own. Why? Because that idol is alive. Its aura is spread around. And such places are not there just in India. They are also there overseas. They are there in the United Kingdom. They're there in Singapore. They're there in Australia. And sadhaks have numerous experiences of it, numerous spiritual experiences of these. And day by day, those spiritual experiences are increasing, the vibrations are increasing. And then now in the middle, a question had come from a sadhak in Rajasthan. Just as Kutch has become fully green, when will Rajasthan become fully green? I told them, as soon as the people who go there to ask, they become less, and those who go there to give thanks, they become more. That much faster this will happen. I tell everyone, don't go there to ask. It is not some temple. There is no idol of a deity there. It is a place of a guru. At a guru's place, just absorb the proximity. By going to the place of a guru, establish oneness with it. Do the practice of becoming introversive in that proximity. And then in Nagpur, we bought land because this is a central location. This is a central location in the whole of India. And this is my place of birth. If not, we were getting land in Mumbai. We were getting land in Mumbai. And the value of that land was in tens of millions of rupees, and we were just getting it as a donation. But I said no. Dandi is just 4 hours from Mumbai. You can just go there. It is close. The Guru energies think about something very far. If it is in Nagpur, then for Madhya Pradesh, for Chhattisgarh, it will be in the middle for everyone. This is a very vast work. This is a very big work. In doing the work of Dandi, it took me 12 years. Then such a great building was constructed. It took 12 years for it to be made. Because until it did not have the state, even a laborer could not come there. Even the workers to come there, they also need to be holy and pure. It cannot be made without this. And now what are you thinking? All of you easily came here? No. There are good meritorious deeds behind you. That is why I said, my salutations to all of the pious souls gathered here. Not anybody can just come here. Not anybody can just come into my aura. It happens. Just as in the Himalayas, once you go to the Himalayas, your spiritual progress will happen just like that. You will not have to do anything. Why? There were such good vibrations there. There's such a good aura there, and there's so many sages and monks sitting there, that your spiritual progress will happen just like that. But in order to reach there also, you need a certain worthiness. If you don't have the worthiness, then you cannot go there. You cannot go inside the Himalayas. And exactly the same way, in order to come into this field, you need a certain worthiness. The karmas of your past lives, because of them, today you have obtained the proximity of the Guru. This self-realization is extremely rare. If you ever go near Rishikesh, go a little bit high. There in the caves, for years on end, people are doing spiritual penance. They're doing it for years on end. And why are they doing it? To obtain self-realization. They say that we will obtain self-realization in this life and we will obtain liberation in the next life. And then next, to receive self-realization and to give self-realization. There's a difference of earth and sky in the middle of these two. A difference of earth and sky. Just as in arithmetic, to get good marks in arithmetic, in mathematics, and then to teach mathematics, there's a great difference between the two. In order to teach, one needs complete mastery, complete command over that topic. One needs complete worthiness. Then this incident can happen. If not, it cannot. And this is not some injection that you just put it into somebody. It is not something external. Until the soul within you does not accept this, until it does not have the wish to obtain Paramatma, until it does not have the wish to take the spiritual experience of Paramatma, until then, this incident is not possible at all. In Gujarat, there are 4 ashrams, there are 4 Guru Shakti Dhams. And now look at how fast the progress of Gujarat has happened. It is not just of that location, it makes the progress of the whole surroundings happen. Nagpur is also going to progress just like this. That what you're thinking, Booty Bori, means some jungle. That tomorrow will be a city. So the meaning of saying this is, self-realization is not something obtained in one lifetime. We wait for lifetimes and lifetimes on end, and we have a wish for it. And then the karmas that happen through our hands. Then we are able to obtain self-realization in our life. Before meditating, once again, let me have a revision for you. That first, your physical body will oppose you. You will feel itchy, you will get a cough, you will have gas. You have to tolerate all of this opposition. And then you have to meditate for 30 minutes. So then what will happen? And then, next, today there's a very big collectivity. Today, it is a holiday because of Christmas. Even in the overseas countries, a lot of people, hundreds of thousands, are connected. Such a big collectivity was never there in a Mahashivir before. And next, no matter how many thoughts you get, then look at the thoughts. Do not sit and start to think. Don't think, and don't start any chanting. Nothing, just sit peacefully. Why do you take the support of some chanting? Do nothing, just sit peacefully. Even let the Guru energies do the work. If you keep doing your own chanting, how will that happen? You be connected in collectivity. Whatever the collectivity is doing, do that. If the collectivity is sitting peacefully, you also sit peacefully. See what is happening. What is happening in your backbone? What is happening on your base chakra? What is happening on your navel chakra? What is happening on your heart? What is happening on your crown? What is happening on your third eye? What sensations are happening? Look at those sensations. And third, no matter whatever the intellect says that you will not be able to do it, it is misguiding you. It will definitely happen. And next, in such a great collectivity, it is extremely easy to do it. You just have to leave yourself. For example, we leave ourselves in a very great flow. Automatically, the boat goes from one end to the other. One does not have to do anything. So today, you're going to obtain that. Which your soul has been waiting for many lifetimes in order to obtain. Today, you're going to take a new birth, not of Jesus Christ, even you are going to take a birth. This horoscope of yours, all of the planets in it will change from today. A Brahmin, a priest, and a bird, they have been called when a bird takes birth as an egg, this is the first birth, and when the seed comes out, then it is the second birth. It is the same for the Brahmin, the priest. When he comes out of the mother's womb, this is his first birth, and then when he has his thread ceremony and the Guru grants him self-realization, this is his second birth. So now it is just like a festival. Now there is no guru left who can give them self-realization. But earlier this used to happen. And then they were given the Gayatri mantra after this. So today you're all going to become Brahmins. The one who has the knowledge of Brahma, the creation, that is a Brahman. This is a straight definition. Today, your second birth is going to happen, Dwij. So today, let us go ahead and in a vast collectivity, let us leave ourselves in the stream of consciousness. So nothing, the mantra that is there, it is a simple mantra, an ordinary mantra, along with which today a collectivity of hundreds of thousands of souls are connected with it, and those souls which have been meditating for 28 years. Nothing. I am a holy soul. I am a pure soul. But when you say it, I am a holy soul, then you feel holiness is the other name of the soul. In different castes and different religions, in different countries, we have taken birth, but our holiness is still maintained. When you will say, I am a holy soul, I am a pure soul, I am a pure soul, forget on which post you're on, or which caste you're of, or which country you're of, or which religion you're of. A pure soul, whether you're a man or a woman, forget this also. Now you see, these 400 foreigners have come here. How many boundaries have they crossed of caste, of religion, of country, of color, of language, of festival? Will we leave Diwali and come? They have left their Christmas and come. Nobody comes here leaving Christmas. They have left their Christmas and come. See, the more you leave, that much more you will start to be detached from it. Even they have become detached from their family and come. By not celebrating Christmas within their family, they're celebrating Christmas in such a vast family. They're celebrating Christmas in a collectivity of hundreds of thousands. So what you're saying, say it with full inner feeling, then its effect will come, then its influence will come. I am a holy soul. I am a pure soul. I am a holy soul. I am a pure soul. I am a holy soul. I am a pure soul. Now keep your chitta on the crown and meditate. Now we will pray to Paramatma. O Paramatma, Please grant me self-realization. O Paramatma, please grant me self-realization. O Paramatma, please grant me self-realization. Now we will pray to the Sai Baba of Shirdi. O Sai Baba of Shirdi, if you are present in this Shibir, then through the cold vibrations, please give us the spiritual experience of your presence. Please have the grace to give us the spiritual experience. Please have the grace to give us the spiritual experience. Many blessings to all of you. Namaskar.